Hey Namibia, welcome to the Tribe on One Africa TV. The weather is sweet for spring things, right? But mostly because it comes with sweet memories, reminding us of the days we would be heading to the dam with our peeps or just hanging out together at our favorite water holes, listening to our favorite Namibian music, either loving or guaraing the artist. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's why we meet here on The Tribe every week, so we can touch base with the past, be in the present, and build for the future. My name is Shea Ulenga, and this week on The Tribe Exclusive, we are featuring Namibia's biggest hip-hop collaboration to date since the Corner remix by the 061 family. Deadly Ground is in the building. We are joined by the creative behind Deadly Ground and the forefather of Namibian hip-hop, Fidel Odell, to give us the lowdown. Plus, Karishma also stops by, and we catch up with Kalaharian, CJP. Yeah, babe, this is gonna be a good one. Welcome back to The Tribe here on One Africa TV. This week's Tribe Exclusive, we are joined by Namibian hip-hop pioneer Fidel Odell and Karishma. Lady and gents, welcome.
Hi.
Karishma, I know I touch base with you every at least twice a year.
You know, we catch up.
Yeah, we do. But Fidel Odell.
Hey, it's good to see you, Shea.
The last time you and me were together was 2006.
Ongwediva, right?
Ongwediva, Miss
Yeah.
Ongwediva. And you didn't look anything like this.
Man.
Now you look like the Godfather.
Yeah, I am still the Godfather.
I'm gonna start with you, Fidel. We're talking Deadly Ground today, and everybody's been very excited about this collaboration. But I think a lot of people have wondered who's behind the project and what is this mission all about.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about yourself, your music history, and why you thought of coming up with this initiative.
Man, getting into the music was something on its own at the time, and that was like the early 90s. You know, so that tells you how old I am right now. You know, so it was a journey on its own. I linked up with Shikalolo, you know, back in high school. We came out with Takamisa, and that song put money into our pockets at the time. You know, we were very young, irresponsible at the same time. So we had everything happening at the same time, and it was too fast. You know, you could get shows and shows after shows, but then you get the money and then you don't know what to do with it, and then you blow it up the next day. So that whole musical career for me, I looked at it differently. Then I'm like, is this really where I want to be?
Yeah.
You know, but then I got more into management, where I said, no, I don't think my destiny is to be on stage and write music and record, but rather, you know, look at the human resource part of it. And then that's now when I stopped performing myself, and then I started managing artists, and then I looked at it more like I can't just deal with one individual artist. Let me rather work with a lot of people. And then I established what we call the OS production with Lady May, Bethold, and that was around about 2002, around about 2003 there, you know. So these were the young people that were coming out, and that's when I saw that, you know, if I don't do it, nobody else will, to dig out this talent. And then I think that's where sort of my musical career kind of started, you know, diversifying in different directions as well. And it was beautiful at the time. Things have changed though. Along the way, I got into full-time jobs where I have to go 8 to 5, you know, work, you know, put food on the table, because music to me, I looked at it more like, you know, it's at a time, it wasn't something that could really feed you. It wasn't something that you can feed your family out of it.
At the time,
and then if your voice goes, if your voice is gone, and then what's next? You know, so I got into the job market, you know, I started getting a little bit of an income and invested back into music again. Not really my music, but for the artists and the projects and the programs that I was running artistically, you know. And I think from there, even though I kept going to work, and you know, my heart was still into the industry.
Absolutely. How different was it? I mean, you've given us a little bit of insight in terms of even just financially, artists weren't sure enough what to do with the money. But how is it different now? When you look back 20, 15 years and you look at the situation you were in as artists and managers, and now, for instance, how Karishma them are flourishing and how they're thriving. Well, at least.
Well, a whole lot of things have changed. We were united at the time. You know, I remember when you came out as well, Shea, you were one of the best rapper, you know.
I wasn't playing. I was rapping on my mic every 6 to 9 morning. I was like, welcome to the breakfast show. It was me.
You know, Shea was one of the hardest with the Shea as well. And then we had journalists as well. People that could literally look out for the artists and do an exclusive story on them. And then we had radio platforms, we had television platforms where it was not a hassle, or it was not an issue getting on radio. It was not an issue getting a newspaper covered or your song being profiled on a specific radio station. It was a platform where we could literally say we had it all in the palm of our hands.
Yeah.
At a time, it was not about pay for it to be on the radio. So it was not about pay to shoot a music video or pay. So as things start changing, and then we realize that as time goes, of course, technology comes and people need to make the money, and the generation as well do come by. But then I just think our days, we had it all because I think it was a time that everybody was hungry as well.
And it was the beginning.
And we needed to get things in place, and we were united. I could say, you know, hey, I have a show coming up. Could you please come and host for my show? Could you please come and open for me?
Yeah.
You know, so we could work with kwaito artists, you know, hip hop artists, R&B, and then as time evolves, you know, we're here now 20 years later, you know, and then we have now the new kids on the block who came with a new different sound. The radio station are charging now for you to have an interview, which we cannot afford. Even the new kids cannot afford to be on the radio to do a 10 minutes interview, to profile your song, which is a challenge on its own. And people are no more united, you know. You have a project that you want to introduce to somebody, they'll say, no, this project looks like it's money, you know, but then, you know, you need to pay me before I get involved into your project.
Yeah,
but then it's supposed to be, let's do this together so that we can capitalize all of us at the same time.
And push each other.
And push each other, you know, so there is that, that unity is no longer existing what we knew at the time. So it's very unfortunate, but it's things that I looked at differently, that I told myself that whatever used to happen back then can still happen now. Yeah. You know, so
there's still ways to go about creating that unity.
Now of Deadly Ground.
Speaking about the past, Karishma, I mean, before you even started doing your hip hop and rapping and writing your mixtapes, you obviously did some research on Namibian music and the history of the hip hop in the land of the brave. Who were your favorites? Who did you look up to as a young girl before you started writing your music?
I must say, like, in the Namibian industry, my research wasn't like, okay, this year I'm doing research on Namibian artists or whatnot. There was nothing. For me, my whole entire childhood was like Namibian research, like all the artists, whatever song was popping there, when it's Killa B or it's Tequila or it's just whoever, you know, that had that song. That was like my growth in so many words. So I won't necessarily say a specific person. I just always pay homage to a song that I can remember from my childhood, you know, and every time I can, I try and name the person that probably really played a significant role at that time.
We can tell from when we listen to your music, like you really do give a lot of salutes.
Thank you.
Now, Deadly Grounds came up, and it's sort of like uniting the hip hop giants from the past and then uniting them with the hip hop giants from now and putting them together. And that's why it's so important that this project takes place, because you're really uniting artists. Not only did these hip hop MCs jump on the Deadly Ground beat, but they also shared what lies behind their passion when it comes to laying it down on the beat. So here's Exile from the Kalaharians and Tesh, you would know him as Lavo, on the Tribe.
Pana ikeko maramulu vimunyonda sululo maliko totengwa ko flow no rifi kuja pediko mkwita okeko mkwita oheliriko leali kaleko li kaleleko talivaluleliko limunduleko ndakufundike pepe ndanditila ndandende sukula siwasikila wapendula ongoshi olali mondoishi ndino mtondi umwendeno kapakeishi totengwa kekeiji ngini moapakuishi olilimo mbaepa mola hondo kakeshi wikime kufi nokala umpofi call 911 dengele nyo polifi repaya ngong klifi uyu dideme kofi dinokudenge ikoflo fiyo talifi.
Like a dream to me, but then it's like when I rap, I make sure that there's passion. You know, each word has to come with emotion, because most cats, they just spit the way they are. But you know, once people start telling me, "Oh man, you're good," it's like you're like, yeah, okay, because you've been with yourself for so many years, so you don't really digest that factor.
Welcome back to the Tribe Exclusive. We're kicking it with the most recent and arguably the biggest hip-hop collaboration in the land of the brave thus far, Deadly Ground. Volume 1, 2, and 3 is probably on its way.
Nah, the 3 is a she version.
It's a she version. Okay, wait. So Volume 1, who did that feature?
Well, there's Jericho on there. You know, we got Taj, DJ, Michael, Alonzo, we have Sonny Boy, we have JT, we have Cannibal, we have The Scientist, Chipolopolo.
Wow. Chipolopolo was mind your business, ne?
Yeah.
It was a very important message. Before you could drink your water. And then this Volume 2 had the...
Volume 2 has Dice, there's Reezy, Panda Reezy, there's Jean Michael on there, we have Exile, we have Bethold, Vambo Cien, there's Rain, there's CJP, and TC.
And TC.
So those are the ones that are on Volume 2, yeah.
Okay, and Volume 3 is the she version.
Yeah, we decided to put the ladies together as well. I mean, we couldn't leave the girls out or the ladies out.
That was one thing that stuck with me, because I was like, why didn't the ladies jump on with the guys so we can do this thing together? We didn't need a she version, we just needed a version.
Thank you.
Did you tell him? Did you mention?
No, I didn't.
You waiting for the answer? Tell us, Fidel.
Yeah, no, initially the girls were supposed to be mixed up with Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But then it was a bit of a hassle with the females. I think they had engagements, you know. So when the both volumes came out, you know, there was that outcry.
Yeah.
You know, where are the females of hip hop?
Yes.
So I had to get the same beat that the guys did on, and then, you know, get the females as well.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking out for you as well. So.
No, me, I'm here now. This is me now. Leave those things,
You know, so yeah, since in our days, and the female rappers were pretty much few.
Yeah, we had Snazzy.
We have Kenny the First Lady.
You had Kenny the First Lady. You even had Tashia, double here, there's Zanele. That's about it.
So I needed to, so what I did, I collaborated, you know, back in the days with females, and then of course the new, what do you guys call you, kids on the block?
I mean,
so they are hip hop now. That's what they are.
Yeah, so we had MVK on there, you know, she's one of the E-list as well, and then we have Zanele came through.
Guy, the fact that you got Zanele,
I know, right?
that for me was, because I'm sure a lot of people have come back to her and said, yo, can you feature, can you do this? And she's just been like, nope.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Fidel Odell to call me.
And we had Lisa Ellis as well on there, you know, she came through. You know,
made Lisa
really appreciate,
rap?
You know, and then Dark Vapor.
Yeah.
Then we have Ray Monet. These are some new female MCs that, you know, not really much out there, you know.
And then of course Karishma.
Then we have Kerry K, we have Karishma, then we have Beres, then of course Ghetto Ballerina as well.
Yeah.
So we put together all the best MCs. I mean, we've reached out, of course, to Snazy. We have reached out to Lioness as well. You know, but these ladies are very busy.
There's also Romy.
You know, we reach out to everybody. You know, so they've given their reasons why they couldn't be part of the project, but they said, no, we're still with you guys. You know, this is sisters and brothers kind of movement. So whenever shows are coming up, you know, let us know. So. It was beautiful. So when I listened to the Deadly Ground female version, I was blown away because
did it scare you?
The hip hop we knew back then.
It's not the same no more.
And I'm like, wow.
It's not the same.
These kids are killing it.
Yeah,
they're hungry.
They're gonna hammer the
rhymes and the punchlines. I was like, whoa.
The gents from the past need to step up now to catch up with them. Karishma, your woke has been crazy though. I mean, besides the Deadly Ground, being involved in that, you released woke a few months ago, a month or two ago.
A month ago.
Yeah, to be crazy. It's got this whole feel about it. Is it part of your projects that you're building up towards?
Yes, it's exactly
what's happening in there.
Yeah, that's exactly that. I feel like it's about time for an album. Yeah. Because I've been holding off on an album because I felt like the name needed more growth. But now I feel like it's received enough growth now. Yeah. So I can actually drop that. And that's just the vibe I want you to go into. Yeah. So it's basically the opener.
When you hear, like, you know, Fidel talking about the unity and now putting people together, and what are you excited about, looking forward to for hip hop? Like, do you see some people on the Deadly Ground that you'd like to collaborate with for the upcoming album?
I mean, come on, like, what? Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm also just happy to get their insight of how the industry works, because for me, that's what I'm always checking out, like, to see, because I know these people have been there for a long time, and just small details, even when we're performing, that I didn't know for me to see how they handle it, it boosts your confidence, especially to hear it from the best, you know. So it's really great for me.
And you must hear there's a she version and then there's the he version. Do you think you could have kicked butt on the he version as well?
I mean, with Deadly Ground, we are a group of people that are gonna go work on a compilation of things. So the she version, I think, was just to set aside who's on the project. But now we're gonna, if I want to do a song with any of the other female rappers, I feel like I want a legend, you know.
You can collaborate.
You can actually collaborate. It's way more easier for me now like that.
All right. Well, we can't wait. We can't wait to see what's coming up for you. I mean, we love the Woke video already, so we can't wait to see what's in store for us. You've opened the doors for Namibian artists, especially hip-hop wise. What do you look forward to seeing grows from the Deadly Ground project, and where do you want to take it?
You know, Deadly Ground, it's actually a movement. You know, it's an ongoing project, even when we cannot perform anymore as artists. You know, the next generation should carry it over. You know, because the idea is to unite artists, work together, collaborate, and do music together, perform together, get in the studio together.
Follow them on social media at Deadly Ground Namibia to keep up with your faves and what's more to come. To wrap up the exclusive, here are Exile, CJP, Dice, Bethold, Bambusian, Jean Michael, Epandarizi, and Rain on Deadly Ground Volume 2.
World talk when you level up, dripping with a swag, call a janitor. Serve a cold dish, I'm a caterer. Yeah, I'm getting money, I'm holding paper like a stapler. Bible with a verses like I'm preaching to a seminar. Artist of the month, I'm a model for the calendar. Shabin gets close, bring a different type of character. Bars never close this side, I'm a waiterer. Man, I'm getting better, do this for the stamina. It's a different level, it's a higher kind of caliber. Choking on the purple, man, I'm smoking better lavender. Never getting invited, always rapping on a webinar. Ain't got that juice like a Riddler. Killing and that new, I'm a veteran. Working harder than your crew and your manager. Deadly Ground Volume 2, style of damage.
Loving like to all fallen soldiers. Upon the reason I'm a true rain warrior. I stand on ground that they claim to be so deadly. Call me Rick Grime, I pop the walking dead. Sub-Zero Punisher, I bring hell to the gate. Almighty one, I bend that bringing light to the darkness, I'm the dark knight. You better hold on your atlas, cause the storm is coming.
Ain't nothing changed, the name still ring bells. The flow's been in solitary like a single cell. Bring that real every time, ain't no jingle bells. Mr. Basquiat, aka Jean-Michel. I got my old school crew on a medley sound. Fidel got me walking on deadly ground. It's run names, one hand, till fucking gun jam. Been there, done that, without a master plan.
Look at the way I roar, you know you can't ignore. The way you razzle and dazzle, they always want some more. Turn up the stereo, cause this is hardcore. I'm resurrecting feelings that you never felt before. I'm talking to the tall, the fat and the small. Get your swerve on, time to get your swerve on. Let you not hang, do the damn thing. Maintain till you get tired of the game.
I don't need no oracles cause I'm that blueprint. Over 2 decades strong, man, I birthed you. Cause I know this ain't my forte, but it's easy. Man, I'm still waiting, cause your ain't bumping yet. Let's forget about the mushy bull on how I decided to retire. Who even mentioned it? Cause I'm gonna settle it. It's flawless. I mean, I am flawless. I mean, I'm the greatest. Now who that you'll be calling when you're needing musical favors? You're some put together gimmicks. Can't believe I even helped ya. Put y'all on some platters and y'all ain't even better. You want it. This is the BERTHOLDT. Ngoro Jazz.
Swag druk, kom steek uit, nis 'n OG, nis exile. Skool is uit vir die laities, ek hou dit onder nesse. After school 5 en Mikey, ek doen dit net Nike. Die mense op die snitsnis, die Brooklyn brug. Klitsruim 20 jaar, draai die game op my rug. Wip jou koppe op en af, nis 'n naai machine. Woordelik en skriftelik, ek is 'n kwaai machine.
Bloody rain, far from riding the wave, I'm immersed in it. Bird's eye view, watch me splurge in it. Ooh, they let the nerds in it. Ain't it funny how we used to rap? Get the beat and put the words in it. Been submerged in it, underground, putting in the work in it. I'm cool under pressure, submarine resurfacing. Still MBG, yo, still with my people. Still creating art that you see with your people.
Well, if I don't bust like this, then who's gonna rip it? The microphone checker, CJ, MIC record. Yep, I come correct, too hard to be rejected. With a flavor like this, I'll never get disrespected. Word up, they can diss this, but never dismiss this. CJP, man, yeah, I'm in business. Remember how I used to kick it back in the days? The passion, the love for the music in our veins. The legacy keeps on, there's no escaping this beautiful musical connection. Yeah, we're blazing it like a tickety bang, tickety bing bang bang. Who rocks the house? Chibli, 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 it is I. The way you see me grab and chitty check the mic tight. You know hip hop is here, rocking the mic right. Raps too dark in here, that's why we're bringing light to excite and ignite. More fire upon the strap mods. Lyrical twister, headbanger, the rhyme slayer. You know how we do it every day, player. Don't come around here, we don't clown around here. These are deadly grounds here.